Hello YouTube, it's me. It's the homie, hanging out in my natural habitat inside my Silverado today. For those of you who don't know, today is April 7th, 2020. Apparently, it's also World Health Day, which I'm assuming happens every year, but I think today, or lately, I guess, it's probably more noticed or more recognizable with what's going on in the world, so that being said, a couple days ago, or maybe like earlier last week or whatever, I was going through my Twitter feed, and I ran into a video from a guy that I follow, not only on Twitter but on other social media platforms, and he was doing this video basically explaining to his viewers or his followers what exactly April 7th uh, means for this year, especially with the recent virus pandemic and all that. So I watched this video, and he was basically asking anybody and everybody who, uses social media as a way to express or as a way to inform or whatever the case may be, um, to basically either make people aware of what's going on, and to help raise money for what's going on. Now I'm kind of a small potatoes, and I even tweeted out. I said, well, I've got my 22 subscribers or whatever, and I don't do this for a living, obviously. So, and a lot of people were tweeting saying that, well, it really doesn't matter how many subs you got. Yada yada. I mean, if you could do something, then do something. So here I am. This is me doing something. So I got a hold of. Well, I didn't get a hold of this individual, but I went to the website link that he shared, and I got a bunch of information I'm gonna share with you guys. As far as this uh, this hope for home is what they're calling it. I don't know why I quote every fucking, but that's what they're calling it. And basically what it is hashtag hope from home. You can Google it if you want, but it'll take you to this website, or the website that I'm gonna link in the description of this. You can donate whenever you want. I mean, if you're sitting at home and you're on quarantine and you're not working, or whatever the case may be, but you still have maybe some funds coming in, or maybe you want to pitch in, 20, $25, because maybe you're sitting at home wondering what else can I do to help, fight this virus. So that's what that's what this is about. Um, so anyway, so the link he gave me sent me to a website. I'm actually using my tablet right now. It sent me to a website called tiltify.com, and it's called, like I said, it's right on the as you get into this website, it's going to give you the hope from home. Let's come together to share in a moment of hope. April 7th, 2020. Um, Now I did look at this website earlier this morning, and by earlier this morning I mean like 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning, and they already had funds raised. Like, it'll tell you exactly how much is raised, um, as it goes, as it progresses. And right now I'm looking at it. It's total raise so far is 1,018,00, or I'm sorry, $18,310.06. That's what it is. That's what it is so far. Now, of course, there's a link you can hit where it's either donate now or it's create fundraiser. I've never created a fundraiser before, so I didn't want to like get into something that I've never done and then ultimately end up failing, I guess. So the best thing I think I could do, since like I said I'm kind of small potatoes, is basically just make this video, explain what's going on, and hope that people see it, and maybe if they're willing to go ahead and make a small donation, or whatever donation you want to do. Now, some more information about this Hope from Home. I'm just going to read this because this is off their website. Hope for Home, hashtag Hope from Home, is a first of its kind multi-platform digital fundraising event taking place on World Health Day to help fight the impacts of COVID-19. The digital fundraiser will bring together entertainers, influencers, gamers, streamers, and the public across a range of platforms. Okay, now these platforms include TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, which is where I'm at, Twitch, Twitter, I have that, Facebook, I have that. But anyway, throughout the day, participants will watch inspiring stories and videos about the heroes, excuse me, on the front lines of the pandemic, hear about important prevention measures, and be invited to donate to relief funds that will address the health, food insecurity, educational, and economic challenges resulting from the virus. All funds raised from hashtag hopefromhome event will be equally distributed between our 3 nonprofit partners below, whose collective work is more critical than ever in the face of global novel coronavirus pandemic. Excuse me. Now, as far as these 3 separate non-profit partners, some of these I'm sure you've probably heard of already. But like I said, the funds are going to be evenly distributed as far as you can distribute funds into 3 different parties. Now, the COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund is what the fund is for. Part of it's going to the United Nations Foundation. To support the work, that's like I said, I'm just reading this off their site. To support the work of the World Health Organization in its global work on COVID-19, the UN Foundation helped launch the COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund. The UN Foundation brings together the ideas, people, and resources the United Nations needs to drive global progress and tackle urgent problems. I'm sorry, I keep getting... Anyway. Another one of the companies, or one of the people that this money is going to, is the United Way. Everybody's heard of the United Way, I'm sure. So I'll read the little thing about the United Way here. The United Way is supporting communities across the world struggling to cope with COVID-19. Together, we're protecting the most vulnerable. Your generosity helps people most in need access food, shelter, vital information, and more through United Way's global network. 95% of your donation to the United Way Worldwide's COVID-19 Community Response and Recovery Fund will provide relief to those left vulnerable by the pandemic. Okay. United Way is committed to standing with our communities and supporting those impacted by the COVID-19 outbreak. Okay, again, like I said, this is me just reading from their from the website that I was linked to. Now, the third organization that's going to be helping this out is it's called Red Nose Day, which is one I've never heard of, and maybe it's actually more popular than I think it is. But anyway, Red Nose Day is a campaign with the mission to end child poverty by funding programs that keep children safe. Okay. I'm sorry, keep children safe, healthy, and educated. In its first 5 years, Red Nose Day has raised $200 million and positively impacted the lives of nearly 25 million children globally. The 2020 Red Nose Day campaign will be directing funds to address the devastating ripple effects of COVID-19 on children and families living in poverty in America and around the world. So, Red Nose Day ensures your donations go where it's needed the greatest: food, medicine, shelter, and most importantly, to give hope. So those are the 3 organizations that so far, this 1.8 million that we've been raised. I mean, I didn't raise any of it, don't get me wrong, but is going to. Now, of course, if you're not sure how to help, or maybe you don't want to help, or whatever the case may be, you can always donate. Like I said, there's a donate now button. You could join us for fundraising, or you could just create awareness, which is what I'm doing. I may donate as well, I don't know, but okay. Though, like I said, I'm just going through though there is well over 1,000 already, we listed some of the amazing communities below, where you can look for content. Now, these are celebrities and Twitch streamers and gamers and entertainers and content creators, or whatever you want to call them. Now, I'm looking at this list, and everybody knows, since I've got my own YouTube channel here, that I do follow a lot of YouTube channels and whatnot, and there's actually a good number of people on here that I subscribe to, and that I'm glad to see that they're on here, doing their thing, because their potato level is a lot bigger than mine. Like I said, I'm kind of a small fry, which is cool. I mean, I'm just, like I said, time and time again, I'm only doing this YouTube thing because I want to do it, you know. A lot of these guys are making a living off of it, which is fine too. But, the fact that they're taking today and doing this is amazing, you know. So so anyway, some of these guys on here, like I said, I do know. Now the one who basically the Twitter post I saw was from Jacksepticeye. Um, he's probably one of the biggest YouTubers on YouTube. Um, I know he's done like late night talk shows and that kind of thing, and he's got a massive following. He's actually streaming all day um, to raise awareness and raise money for this event today. So he's I don't know how much he's raised personally, but I know last I checked it was over 400,000, probably closer to 500,000, just his stream alone. And I think he donated 100,000 of his own money um, for this, so that's cool. Jacksepticeye, Markiplier is another really big YouTuber. Mini Lad, he's a pretty big, well, actually he's a really big YouTuber. Terrorizer's on here. Like I said, these are the ones I just recognize. I'm sure some of these are Twitch streamers, and some of these are just whatever. Some I may not have heard of, but Kevin Smith's on here. Celebrity Kevin Smith. Bryce McQuaid, Spoon. Let's see who else I recognize on here. Maybe I don't know my YouTubers like I thought, but or my entertainers is like I thought I did. Rubber Ninja. Yeah, Mini Lad, I said that. Wubby, Dr. Mike, Terrorizer. I mean, this is just a list, I'm sure. Like a Smosh, that's a pretty popular one. Crabs in Science, I don't know what that one is. But Shane Gill, I am 8-Bit Ryan, Crank Gameplays, Dashy Games is on here. Probably one of my favorites is Dashy. And like I said, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, Spoon, Bryce McQuaid, the Game Theorists are on here. So anyway, that's just a small sample of the amount of content creators that are participating in this. And like I said, I'm just a little guy trying to put the word out. That's all I'm really doing. Because let's face it, this thing is definitely let me close this. This thing is definitely affecting everybody in some way, you know, one way or another. Let me turn this damn. In one way or another, this is definitely affecting a lot of people worldwide. I know my hours have been cut. My company is doing what they can to stay open. I mean, we are considered essential. For those of you who don't know, I work in a food service distribution center here in South Bend, Indiana, and we're still doing some okay business. Like, I don't know what percentage we're at. I don't have all those kind of numbers. I'm not, I'm just a forklift operator, but I have been reduced to 4-day work weeks, maybe 6-7 hours a day. I'm actually in the process of filing for like a partial unemployment, just to kind of help out, because I don't want to dip into my savings, and I really don't want to like end up just being behind, So I'm gonna try to do what I have to do, of course. So, but yeah, my hours have been reduced now. As far as how this affects me, I guess I'll go over a little bit of that in the community that I'm part of, and like my job site, for example. Now we are doing a lot of Facebook advertising on our company's webpage, which I'm going to link to that too. No shame in that. We do have a self-service store that's open pretty much Monday through Friday. I think it's open until 6 p.m. Not sure what time they do open, and then 4 p.m. on Saturday. And like I said, it's open to the public. We have a warehouse full of product, full of foods and paper goods, and we have some meat left. We have a giant freezer. We've got a lot of product available for those in need. And we're offering now a delivery service, which is for the first time. If you spend $50 or more, basically we have one of our store people come out and they'll deliver what your order is. So that's pretty cool. We've never actually done that before. For those, like I said, who are basically either quarantined or just would feel better just not leaving their homes, which is totally understandable. Not all of us are essential. I mean, I guess I'm considered essential. I got myself a sheet, a notarized sheet from the state saying that I can travel to and fro. So I actually haven't really read it, but it's in here. It's in my truck just in case. Critical industry employee authorization to travel. That's what they call it. So I got myself one of those. Like I said, my hours were cut. Now we did recently, I think it was last Friday, my company got some kind of, I don't want to say deal, but some kind of, well, I guess it is a deal, with the city of South Bend and the mayor, that they're going to basically allow stands, basically give stands X amount of money, and we're going to basically get rid of some inventory, and the inventory is going to go to food banks and shelters and those of whom need it. Basically, the city is flipping the bill, so like I said, that's about all I know about that. I don't have all the details for that either, but that's another way it's kind of affecting us, on a scale, locally anyway. We did have I think it was like the first week this started, or maybe the second week. We did have a partnership with Martin Supermarkets, which is a local supermarket chain out here, that they were basically going to offer us, the stands employees, like a part-time stocking positions if we were so inclined to apply, for those of us who may need the extra funding or, whatever the case may be. So they did offer us that, and then Martin's actually ended up spending a good amount of money on a lot of our fresh meat. And by a good amount of money, I say it was $80-some thousand worth of ground beef and chicken and pork and this kind of beef cut and that kind of beef cut and burgers and hot dog, all that stuff, basically to replenish their delis and whatnot, and lunch meat, So we did have that. We did have that happen. That was pretty cool. So we're basically trying to get ourselves, or keep ourselves busy. I mean, we do have, like I said, we are considered essential because we have all this food and whatnot. So I guess it's not to the point where, hopefully we won't get totally shut down. But I know the president of the company. I know the CEO pretty well. So I know he's fighting for us, and he keeps telling us to hang in there, and we're gonna see what we can do. I know he did apply for the small business loan, so, or the small business, I don't want to call it a bailout, but whatever it's called, So, like I said, this thing is affecting everybody. I guess I just advise, if you can stay home, stay home. I try to stay home as often as I can. I did have to leave today to get some prescriptions, because, they're prescribed to me. And quite frankly, I need them. I need my pills, so I did have to leave for that. I ended up getting a few other things, but I know a lot of these stores around here are limiting the amount of people at a time, and they got the little X's on the floor, so I did see that for the first time. So I think everybody's just trying to do their part to keep this thing from spreading any farther than it already has, which I know is easier said than done, but I think if everybody does their part and does what they can, whether it's staying at home or just staying at a distance, and keep washing your paws. I mean, you've heard all that stuff before, so I'm not telling you anything new. But as far as that goes, like I said, my job is affected. A lot of people's jobs are affected, but we're trying to branch out in our community to provide food and necessities for those who may not have any or have access to any. So that's kind of how it's affecting my life right now. We're trying to branch out a little bit, and I know all the schools around here closed basically up until next year, kindergarten through 12. And I know since I'm in South Bend, Indiana, we're the home of Notre Dame University, for those of you who didn't know. And I know they closed down weeks ago. Um, and I know we have students that go to Notre Dame who live abroad in other countries, and that's where they're from. So right now they're not able to leave because of this. So the university are basically paying basically flipping the bill for them to stay in a hotel, I think, with all accommodations and all that. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, everybody's just gotta kind of keep an eye on one another, because you know, it affects us all. It really does, Maybe not directly, but indirectly. I gotta keep in touch with my mother and my stepdad who are seniors, and make sure they have what they need, because I really don't want them going out if they don't have to. And I told her that. I said, get your prescription, but get it first thing in the morning. Get it early when the store opens. Just get in, get out. As far as any groceries or whatever, I can go out and get that for her or them. So we got to do what we got to do. I got my neighbor across the street. I talked to her last week. Well, actually, a couple neighbors I have across the street. I talked to both of them. Made sure they were doing all right. Hanging in there, doing the best I can, and you know. But anyway, this video was basically just to inform of the events right now going on. And like I said, you can just go to that website. It'll be in the link. I'm going to try to get this uploaded as quickly as I can. I might actually go ahead and share some of this information on my Facebook page and Twitter and all that stuff. And you can join into these streams, and you can, like I said, they're doing what they can to entertain. Okay, these are entertainers, social media entertainers, whatever you want to call it. But if you feel obligated to, don't feel obligated to donate, but if you can, I mean, I would appreciate it for one. But like I said, this is just small potatoes me, giving what I know to who I know, I guess. But like I said, God bless Jacksepticeye for getting this going, and these other big guys, who do a lot of charity streams. So it's nothing new for them. But I didn't even know how to sign up. I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother with all that stuff. I'm just gonna make this somewhat short video and post it. And I think these donations are good for the next 30 days or something. So don't, like I said, hit the link, see what it's all about. I guess I'm gonna sign off for now. Y'all take care of each other. And I'll talk to y'all later. Don't do anything crazy or whatever. Try to stay at home. Try to keep yourself, sane, I guess. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.